Hey, welcome back to Diet Starts Tomorrow with your host, Mahesh Kotagi. I got my very funny friend, comedian, performing all over the country, Tara Cannistraci. What's up?
What's up?
Did I say it?
I haven't seen you in forever.
I haven't
What's
seen
up?
you in probably 6 years.
Yeah. Apparently the diet didn't start
The
tomorrow.
diet has not started. I
Just
look
kidding.
worse than I did 6
No,
years.
I'm messing with you.
What's been going on?
Just
On tour life?
grinding so hard like we all are.
You're doing great.
I am trying.
Yeah, we're all trying. And,
Yeah, I'm
I'll
trying.
do great tomorrow. That's my situation.
That seems to be the motto here. Yeah. I will open for Joshua.
What's
just
his
so
like
I
go?
can eat.
Does he have a go-to?
He gets like good steakhouses and good American restaurants,
okay.
and like we eat well. He finds like good breakfast spots.
Oh,
So I mean, I like when you're on the road, it's hard to like eat well.
Yeah, it's like,
And
trust me, I
and
know.
when I'm with Josh, I have to say it's no
What's-
expense spared with eating well.
What's the worst thing you've had on the road?
I mean, I've just skeeved something or been somewhere for such a short amount of time. It's like whatever I could get. Like I've had like bad hotel food, like just
Bad
the chicken comes and you're like, ooh, it looks like rubber. I've eaten under like candy machines just to eat, like or protein bars. Like I'll go get like I'll eat out of like.
So you're like pretty healthy.
I'm pretty healthy.
You're relatively healthy.
I am.
That's,
Being on the road for a long time, it's hard. When I was in LA, I was eating at Erewhon.
shit.
I got
you're doing well.
I
You're
did
doing
fancy
well.
supermarket stuff there.
They got rated the most expensive grocery store in the country.
It's
or
actually
something.
criminal. Like
It's
I would go
insane.
there and be like, really? Like what?
They're shakes though. They're like protein shakes.
Oh, I know.
Those are
They're
unbelievable.
obnoxious.
It's
I had
so
the Haley. It was like the Haley Bieber. It was like fairy dust, butterfly wings. It's like
Yeah.
Haley Bieber's cum. I'm like, this is yum, delicious.
This has no
This is
business
worth
being in a
$22.
grocery
I have
store.
no
Yeah.
idea what the collagen. It's like
Insane. And then they sell like cauliflower, but it's like the prepackaged in like a little like container. It's like $15 for like 4 things of
I
cauliflower.
remember I was like, I'm just gonna get a piece of salmon. I'm gonna get some grilled veggies and like a potato, and it was like $36, and I was like,
and it's like, honestly, I don't think their food is that good.
it was good. I'm not gonna
think it
lie.
was
They
good?
had
You think it
this
was
like
worth it?
bean salad that I was like, I definitely wasn't worth the money I spent on it.
Yeah.
But I felt like being on the road so long, I didn't want to cook either. I was being a little lazy. It was like felt like I was eating quality, healthy food.
I guess that makes it worth it. I think when you're on the road,
But the price is
it's insane. It's like
insane.
and it's like a line out the door. Like
I mean, the line for even the hot food. I'm like, you can all afford this?
yeah, like every single day.
Every day?
It's like I don't know if they're going to work out or if they've come to work
don't
out
know.
or they're just
Everybody's
dressed
in workout clothes.
or they're just always in. And it's not cheap. It's like expensive workout clothes.
I mean, they have celebrity names
for the
shakes,
drinks.
For the drinks.
yeah,
It's
for
like
the drinks. Yeah, I don't know. What was your go-to grocery store coming up in New York? So you came in the Bronx, right?
yeah, I wasn't as healthy. I was like grew up in an Italian house. Everything was
Okay.
fried chicken cutlets, and
Oh, that sounds good.
So we
That sounds really
Mahesh
good.
getting hungry now. So I had a lot of pasta. We ate pasta with every meal.
Did you guys make pasta fresh? It's like
No, my mother bought it at the
Okay.
supermarket, which was just like a key food or a regular.
Yeah.
There was nothing fancy. And we went to like, I mean, I come from the Bronx, where Little Italy, like the real Little Italy.
I was gonna ask you. I saw your video. You said that's the Bronx is the real Little Italy. Let me hear about this.
Here
I want to know about this.
It's just still, it's just so authentic. The places are generational, family owned.
Oh, okay.
Or, original owners, original families. Just the food is remarkable. The meat markets and the fish stores, and where you
Okay.
can like actually shop for
It's like all
stuff. The
fresh.
markets.
Yeah.
They have it's just unbelievable.
Is that so? You, in your opinion, this is your Tara Cannistraci opinion, the Bronx has the best Italian food in all of Manhattan?
Well, I'm not going to say in all of them. There are wonderful restaurants in Manhattan.
Sure.
I would say the Bronx does have a few good restaurants that I love, but I think just the overall neighborhood of Little Italy is like the most authentic
Okay, of everywhere.
of the neighborhoods. Like there's another like where they have the San Gennaro feast in Little Italy in
Yeah.
Manhattan. To me, is less of a neighborhood for me. It's just more of
Okay.
like new restaurants and things like that.
I got you.
that
So what you're
aren't
saying is the Bronx is like it's
the OG.
original.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're the old
All right.
school.
Okay, I gotta ask you now. Italian food. What's the most overrated Italian food you've had? If you had to pick one, that's
Well, I think sometimes you go to places and they like have things on the menu that aren't really Italian. Like,
Oh, let's hear it.
like a fettuccine alfredo doesn't exist in Italy.
No?
No. Like spaghetti and meatballs isn't a meal. We have meatballs on the side and pasta on the side.
Really?
But there's not like
Oh, I didn't know that.
spaghetti.
So I've never had Italian food.
Like I would never go to a restaurant and order spaghetti and meatballs. Like even and I do enjoy it, but like it's even like frowned upon if an Italian orders chicken parmesan at a restaurant.
Really? I did not know that. It's like
Yeah.
me ordering chicken tikka masala.
Okay, so
Which,
that's
our
like,
version.
right?
That's not a real Indian food.
Right.
That was
that's
more.
what we have here.
Yeah. That's
probably like most of the sushi we eat. That's like so fancy and crazy, and it's like probably so much better and simpler. And I don't know. I'm assuming in Japan, so kind of like that.
okay. Kind of like that. So what's like a if somebody's never been, if they want to go to get real Italian food, what's an order if we went to dinner, a bunch of comics, and somebody ordered it, you're like, oh, okay, I'm impressed.
I mean, we're known for our food. It's like most of the pastas and things like that. Like I would say like a nice bolognese or.
Okay.
I'm Sicilian. I love linguine and clams. Like to me, that's
okay. So Sicilian food is going to be different depending on the region, right?
Like depending on the region. Sicily is infused with so many. It's been invaded so many different times. It has so many different infusions.
Okay.
There's even raisins in some of the food. It's true,
like
Sicilian. Very Mediterranean.
Oh, okay.
So, but spaghetti and clams, like linguine, is like
that's like a legit thing.
It's all over Sicily, or arancini, the rice balls.
Oh, okay, that's I've had that. Those are good.
Those are
damn good.
Cannoli, like cannoli are Sicilian.
Like a dessert. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are some other Italian desserts? Like I think of cannoli. Mm-hmm. I think of cheesecake. That's probably not. Is that?
Well, ricotta cheesecake, like the traditional. Yes, ricotta.
Like ricotta cheese?
There you go.
Oh, but that's how you pronounce it?
Well, I'm also New York Italian, so New York Italians, like I'll be like, oh, it's put ravioli with ricotta. Like I'll say ricotta, and people are like, you're butchering the language. But like New York Italians, we say ricotta.
Okay, so that's okay. That's
like if somebody says ricotta, I'm like anybody. I'm like it's like nails on a chalkboard for me. But and even you'll notice even the cannoli in Sicily are so much better. Like
really,
because it's not cow's milk, it's sheep's milk. It's just their.
Oh, okay. No, like antibiotics, like all that kind of crap that we get here.
I mean, it's like people say. Well, I mean, I go to Europe and I gain weight because I'm usually eating like pasta. I eat pasta every day here, but I indulge completely when I'm in Europe. But if I would eat the way I eat in Europe here, I'd be. Looking like you, I'd be. No, I'm fucking with you. I'm kidding. I just wouldn't be able to.
You would turn Indian immediately.
No. The food is just.
Is that yes?
So less infused with all preservatives and all those other things.
It's just more like fresh, more like ingredients.
And they're not legally allowed to put in the stuff.
What do you mean?
Like if you compare a McDonald's menu in Italy to McDonald's menu in the U.S., it's different.
Really?
Because they can't use certain products. It's illegal to poison us.
Sometimes the poison tastes good.
Well,
we want a sponsorship.
You want all the poison.
I just want a sponsorship.
Oh, okay.
I just want free McDonald's.
McDonald's.
You know what? That makes sense because I have heard that when you go overseas, like the McDonald's, the Burger Kings, it's always like a million times better than here. Like even India, they've had Domino's, Pizza Hut. It's like 1,000% better than here, and it's like different flavorings.
What do you eat when you go there?
In India?
Like if I'm going to an Indian restaurant, what's going to be my go-to meal?
So no chicken tikka masala, no butter chicken.
That makes you know
it's first, and no mild. You can't do mild. You got to do like extra spice.
Extra spice.
Extra spice. Yeah, you got to do that. I don't know. You can do like a chicken korma. You can do like a lamb vindaloo is really good if you eat lamb. That's really good. Any vegetarian dishes, really? Anything like any of the vegetarian dishes? Like,
is it your favorite cuisine?
It is.
Yeah.
I think I could eat it every single
day.
meal of my life. And for a period of my life, that's all I ate, 3 meals a day. Yeah, we'd go out to eat like non-Indian food maybe like once a week.
Would it be, what would the non-Indian food be?
It'd be chain food.
Chain food.
It would be like chain.
And this is where it began.
This is where it began. The love of the chain food. I do like Taco Bell. Like that's like a huge thing for us. Like Indian people, like we love Taco Bell. It's because you can get vegetarian options.
Okay.
That's like our fast food go-to. But
Are you vegetarian?
No. I eat chicken and pork. I'm not supposed to eat that. I'm not supposed to eat any meat. I don't eat beef. I used to eat beef. I grew up eating beef. I'm from Texas.
Oh, yeah.
So I eat steaks all the time. I like the steaks with the blue cheese on top of it, like caramelized.
I love a good steak.
Yeah. What's your favorite steak spot here? Is it Italian steakhouse? Like, is there any like old school like place? Like, you know how there's a place in Brooklyn? What is that called? Mikey, what's that place called?
Peter Luger.
Peter Luger?
Peter Luger. Is that like anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, all those classic steakhouses are great. My favorite steakhouse is, believe it or not, in Niagara Falls.
In Niagara Falls?
And it's a Ruth Chris Steakhouse. But I know the chef personally.
Do you really?
And
wait, how'd you meet the chef?
Well, I have a residency there in Canada. And they actually just opened an STK too.
Ooh, STK is good.
STK is good. So it's right in Niagara Falls. And my comedy club is right below the Ruth's Chris.
Oh,
so I'm
that makes sense. Okay.
It's like I eat there, and it's like, yeah, you can't eat like this all the time. But when I'm there, I'm like, I can eat like this all the time.
That's not bad. Damn, that's good green room food.
It's pretty good green room food.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, and they have like another Italian restaurant that you would never think is like. It's almost by the food court. It's like some of the most authentic Italian food I've ever eaten. They like import things there. It's called Vittorio's if you're in Niagara Falls. I love it.
Vittorio's in Niagara Falls?
Vittorio's, yeah.
Vittorio's in Niagara Falls. Shout out. Okay. That's cool. What's your go-to order from there? You have a go-to?
I like I'll like to do like a pork chop, vinegar peppers, and then like get like a capellini with garlic and oil on the side.
What's a capellini?
It's a pasta.
I was going to guess.
Very thin spaghetti.
Okay. Oh, okay, nice.
But I like we get fish. I don't know. It's just even if it's just a regular meal, it just tastes better in an Italian
it's just like
restaurant.
important. So is Italian food your favorite food?
I mean, yeah. I eat pasta every day. Like I'm gonna go home and have pasta for
what
dinner
kind of pasta
tonight.
You have today?
Well, tonight I'm probably gonna have. We call it like it's like pastina.
Okay.
It's like made for soup, but I'm gonna do a pasta called like stelline. It's like a bigger star pasta with like broth and meat and beef and vegetables. So it's gonna be more. I'm actually gonna have soup, but it's gonna have pasta in it. All my soup has pasta in it.
You gotta have pasta in your soup.
Pasta in the soup. There's no soup without pasta.
That's not bad.
Even minestrone has the pasta.
Minestrone has pasta. I've seen that. Yeah, I know that.
They put the ditalini. It's called ditalini, but.
I got some questions for you.
All right, let's go.
Mahesh.
Let's hear these.
Mahesh.
Yes.
How bad did you want to say minestrone?
Minestrone? You know, honestly, I was going to say minestrone, and then you said minestrone, and I was like...
How do you say it?
I say minestrone.
How's it said, Mike?
No, you said it right.
Oh, I said it right.
I was just watching Mahesh go. He changed last second.
I was like, I'm
you
learning.
Know him well.
I'm like an AI. I'm like slowly learning this.
I know him 10 years. He just learned how to say my name. Give him a break.
Okay, here's a good one. If you had to eat an Italian chain, Olive Garden, Macaroni Grill, you're gonna slap me, aren't you? Or Fazoli's, which one?
I've never been to any.
You've never been to a chain.
I've never been to an Italian chain restaurant. And I actually, out of the three you said, I only know of Olive Garden.
Really?
I never heard of Macaroni Grill.
I don't know if that's a Southern thing. They might have. They have that.
And what was the third one?
Fazoli's.
Fazoli's. No,
that's like a fast food.
That's no. I would probably go to jail in Sicily if it was found out that I ate at one of those places. I don't know. I guess the only one I know is the Olive Garden.
Have you been? You have not been. You have not been.
No, I've never been.
Interesting. Was it just because New York doesn't really have chains? That I'm assuming.
I mean, the city does. There's an Olive Garden in
Times Square.
In Times Square,
still there.
Yeah, I've never had unlimited breadsticks. I know that's a big thing there.
That's a big.
I see the commercial.
Fettuccine Alfredo is a big thing there too.
Well, that's because it's not Italian.
That was my go-to order: fettuccine Alfredo. Lasagna is Italian. That's got to be authentic, right? Or no?
Yeah, but lasagna is Italian. But it's
You're just gonna get up and leave at some point.
I don't think I could eat at any of those places.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe I would try it, like get it as a goof, like now that you said it, like if I filmed it, if we went, if the
film
next
it.
podcast
Macaroni
episode,
grill.
I'm just at the macaroni grill being like, that's not how you say it. This is wrong.
He's just correcting everybody.
Just correct the whole menu. Go around so people be like, you're not supposed to order that.
You just go in the kitchen, just like smack all the
Slap
stuff
the
off.
chef, right? Just start knocking the place over.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's one way to go viral, right?
I mean,
That's
you
good.
could.
I got to
You
sell
never know.
tickets. So
You got to sell tickets. Shout out your website and stuff right now.
TaraJokes.com. TaraJokes.com. Come see me talk about macaroni.
So
No.
food, it's Italian family, Indian family, similar thing. Food is like a big part of the
We
meal.
do everything with food. We mourn with it. We celebrate with it.
What would cause a fight if someone were to come to your house and bring a food over to your house? Is there a certain food that would cause a fight?
With Italians, the biggest debate, and I don't ever get into it, is like the sauce versus gravy. It's like what we put on pasta.
Okay.
It's a debate I do not participate in.
What's the difference? What is the debate? I don't know anything
So
about this.
basically, like, red sauce, like tomato sauce. We call it marinara.
Okay.
It's
I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Learn my lesson. I'm going to get called out by you and Mikey.
so
it,
like
do it,
Italians,
do it.
some Italians, especially New York East Coast ones, will say, "Oh, when you put meat in it, like the meatballs and the sausage and the braciole and all those things." He has no idea what I'm talking about. They call that
Marinara.
gravy. It becomes gravy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And
I know what you're talking
then other people are like, there's no Italian word for gravy. It's sugo. It's sauce. It's so people get like so defensive over it. So like that's the biggest debate. Like people will wear shirts or like
Really?
things that say it's sauce, not gravy, or it's gravy, not sauce. And it's like, but I'm
okay.
like, I have brain cells and I can't get into this debate. But the way Italians attack each other over it makes me crazy. But I also feel like it's sentimental. Like people came here, they migrated here, Italians, and some of them tried to acclimate to
Sure.
America to not be, have their children be, prejudiced against, and so they kind of changed certain things in terminology. But it's sentimental, and I think if that's the way your grandmother, your mother spoke,
Yeah.
you should be able to call it whatever you want.
I like
so.
that. Okay, marinara.
So the sauce first gravy thing is.
Am I saying it right? Marinara.
Say marinara.
Marinara.
Oh my God!
Close,
Look at him.
all right.
Mahesh Soprano over here. Mahesh.
I'm AI. I'm learning. This is machine learning. Here,
Yeah.
I'm learning. I'm getting there.
That's great.
That's not bad. Okay. Did you guys have a go-to like home food like you guys would eat every day or
Pasta every day with
pasta
every meal.
day? Different types.
So if it was like chicken cutlets, it'd be like pasta vazul on the side, which is pasta with beans.
Every meal, even breakfast.
everything.
Not breakfast. No, not
breakfast.
breakfast. But like every dinner had pasta.
Every dinner had pasta. Okay.
Or sometimes lunch would just be pasta.
Okay. That's a good question. Is there like a breakfast item that's like an Italian breakfast? Because like we have certain things like Indian, like it's only eaten at breakfast, like a dosa, like it's like
If
a
you go
crepe.
to Italy, it's like you could have a coffee with a pastry is like the most traditional.
Okay.
But they obviously know they're filled with so many tourists. You can go to resorts and they'll give you eggs and they'll give you the
Okay.
whole
Same
thing.
yeah.
But a traditional Italian is just like a pastry and a coffee, which is what my mother used to have, a piece of cake in the morning.
Oh, piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
I like
this
that.
Mahesh is.
This is diet starts
Yes,
tomorrow.
diet starts
this
tomorrow.
is good. What kind of cake?
She would do like a simple pound cake with like a
that's good.
coffee or espresso or cappuccino,
Ooh, yeah.
which the other rule is technically if you're in Italy, you're not supposed to order cappuccino
Oh, wait. What do you mean?
after breakfast.
After breakfast?
Yeah.
Is it a breakfast drink?
Cappuccino, well, because it has milk. Usually after a certain time, like you
Really?
can have it with breakfast, but you're not supposed to. But again, because it's
You know, I'm gonna start correcting everybody I
So
know.
when
When I'm
you
at a
start-
restaurant, I was like, "Come on,
you
come on.
can't.
You can't order that."
I mean,
right
listen, I'm not gonna lie. Even here, sometimes I'm like, oh, I just want to finish my meal with a cappuccino, so
Yeah.
I'll do it here. It's
Interesting.
this is part of our culture now.
now. That's cool. I didn't know that. All right.
But suppose that you're frowned upon. If you're like a true Italian, you wouldn't go to Italy after breakfast and order a cappuccino.
All right, I'm not.
These are
gonna
all
do
the
that.
rules, guys. I'm
I
gonna
like
make
this.
you
This
not
is
look like
good.
a tourist in Italy.
This is good. I'm gonna go
And
one day.
it's espresso, not espresso.
Well, I've been saying it wrong my whole life.
I figured you were
Espresso.
espresso.
What was the other word I just said?
A cappuccino.
No, what was it?
Marinara.
Oh, marinara.
Marinara.
Oh,
Is that good?
Look at him.
Is that good? Is that
Yeah,
bad?
that's it.
Espresso.
Espresso.
So that machine, Nespresso.
Well, right. They're spelling it right. We'll take
spelled
off
right.
the N. It's right.
perfect.
It's
Yeah.
espresso. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. So that's cool. I didn't know that. So you can't have it after. I'm gonna call up. I'm in line somewhere at a coffee shop. I'm like, listen, let me do you a little favor.
He
here.
knows everything now. 1 hour with Tara Cannistraci, and he is the Italian food guru.
I'm straightened out over here. I know everything. Okay. So school, you guys cooked a lot. Did you did you buy lunch at school, or did you bring food from school?
I had the most embarrassing lunches.
Let's hear it. Oh yeah, I want to hear it. Let's hear it.
First of all, we didn't have a lot of money. And my mother had very ethnic food in the house. And a lot of times we had leftovers.
Okay.
Any Italian kid will tell you this. It's like the oldest joke in the book, but it's just what it was. Like, I remember I had like a ricotta sandwich once, which was like the cheese that you called ricotta, and like it was in between two pieces of like this bread. We used to call it Terranova. It was is a bakery, but we never said bread in the house. We said Terranova because it was the name, the brands of the.
I got you. Okay, I like that.
Of the bakery, and I mean, kids had like regular white bread, with the corners cut off, and it was like ham and cheese and peanut butter and jelly, and I would be like, all I wanted in my life was like the white bread sandwich, the Lunchables. Oh my God.
Lunchables?
That was not in my house. Like I had like eggplant rollatine. I had literally like my mother would make like trays of eggplant, and I'd have that in like a little container. Like I'd have to heat my lunch up. It was, at the time, a meatball sandwich, but at the time, your food smelled to the other kids.
You telling me?
I mean, you're cut from that cloth. I mean, I think ours smells better. Sorry, I'm sure it's preference because I'm Italian, but yeah, it's so obviously growing up as a kid, it was like a source of anxiety.
Oh yeah, hell yeah!
Opening up my lunch bag, which was like greasy. All these other kids had like the lunch. I had brown paper bag that was leaking. I mean, I think my mother got me a lunchbox at some point. I always used to lose them, probably on purpose. But
I gotta buy lunch at school today. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened. I need the regular lunch, but I also was a very particular kid. My mother will tell you. I sometimes wouldn't be able to eat lunch in school because I didn't like the smell of the cafeteria hot food.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I would be like, I can't eat. And I would cry. And they would call my mother. And she'd be like, why aren't you eating your lunch? And I'm like, because it smells in here. And I can't eat when it smells. It was
like, what is that, meatloaf?
The OCD started from there.
Yeah.
So, but not that. And my lunch may have smelled, but it smelled good to me, but to other kids, it just looked weird.
Oh,
did you have to bring the traditional?
Oh yeah, I brought Indian food every day of the week, and it was
Did you love it? Were you just this little kid who loved it, or were you embarrassed like I was?
Honestly, I loved it the first week of school, and then I was embarrassed the rest of my life after that because it's like it smelled. I love the smell. I think it's the best smell. If I bottle that up as a perfume, nobody's gonna buy it, but I'm gonna do it.
Nobody. Listen, nobody's buying garlic sauteed in oil either. But I love the smell of it.
Yeah. And so I would do that, and I got made fun of. And this is in Texas. I got made fun of relentlessly every day. Yeah. But we'd bring Tupperware, so I'd have and it wasn't like the nice Tupperware. It was like
the stains one. It was from all the
Tupperware. Yeah. And then like the lids, there's a hole in the lid. I microwaved it too long, and now there's just like a plastic
a little melted hole.
But it's that flavor, and man. But now looking back, I mean, how lucky were we that we got to have that? So lucky.
Like I think about I had these homemade lunches that people would kill for today, and I was just this mortified little girl with curly hair, being like, And it's popular now. I want Wonder Bread.
And somebody's gonna listen to this, be like, I think I want to get Italian food. I'm gonna go up to the Bronx to get real Italian food. And
absolutely.
20 years ago, they've probably been like, what is that? Like same thing with the Indian food. I'm like, Indian food's popular now. I'm like,
Indian food is like trending. It's like
I don't like it. I love Indian food. I don't like that it's trending.
Keep my people out.
Yeah, wait, you don't want to get this now. Yeah, what is this shit? Yeah, we got made fun. But you know what? Fuck it. That's what we had. It was good. The Lunchables though. Man, the kids that brought lunch. There was one kid that they would bring Lunchables every day. I was like, "Are you guys made out of money? What is this?
Are you loaded? But what do your parents do? Are they the president?"
Now you look back and it's like, it was crackers. That's what it was. I was jealous of crackers.
Crackers with like byproduct meat.
It wasn't
what
meat. It was
yeah,
it was
I
like
don't
some
know what-
random
yeah.
thing. Yeah, it was
Grade
like
K. Grade K
man.
meat.
That's crazy. What was the school lunches like? And was there anything?
I mean, I went to public school. It was gross.
it was.
It was gross. I never ate them. I didn't want the hot food in there. I wanted what the other kids' moms had made them.
Oh, like the home, the white bread, the peanut butter and jellies, the PB and J's.
I never had Wonder Bread in my life.
Oh, I never got that either. Yeah,
That was never in my home.
no. I'd have some like bootleg Indian version bread that would get at the Indian store. That was like,
We had Terra Nova. It was
Terra
this
Nova.
long bread. It didn't.
like a baguette or
Looks
something.
like
that?
no. It's like it was sliced. It was
Okay.
like sliced
So the
bread, but it
actual
was like
fresh
a big
bread.
round fresh bread that they would slice, and you would eat it. It was the best. It's still the best bread.
And
but
everybody's making their own bread now. It's like, isn't that
know.
crazy how 20 years later how it changes?
everything
Like, it's
comes
like,
back.
oh my gosh, yeah. That, man, the worst is like the Tupperware, the leak, then you got the brown bag. We'd bring a brown bag or I bring a plastic bag. And that shit leaked in there, and you're
forget it.
in for a bad day.
it's
You're in for a
it's
bad
the worst day of your life in school. But now, forget it. You move to like Westchester and some of these places where the tax bracket's different. These kids eating sushi at their
Sushi?
I mean, they're getting fancy up in
Really?
these schools. Oh my god, it's nauseating.
That's crazy.
I mean, I guess you want your kid to eat well, but
I'll get my
it was
kids
not.
sushi. My kid's taking Indian food.
right.
My kid's taking Lunchables. I'm
You're
going
gonna
backwards.
learn. I'm going backwards in life. I'm giving you junk. You get shit.
You're getting Lunchables and white bread. That's
Yeah.
what you're getting. All right. Was it over the top though? The food that you packed, was it like fancy or was it like
just-
multiple
yeah, it was-
courses?
Yeah, it was like I'm 8 years old. Why do I have an appetizer?
You got like a full spread of stuff. You got, like,
Nobody wants provolone and sliced supersada on the side
That's
with their
hilarious.
bread. It was like it's like this coffee drink. It was like a Manhattan special. I
you
was
had a
like,
coffee drink. Wait, did you say Manhattan Special?
Yeah.
Wait,
I was like, why am I 37 years old?
was that the name of the thing or
grade?
was that the brand?
That was the brands.
Oh
Do you
my
remember
god!
Manhattan Special?
Listen, okay, so I'm not even lying to you. 3 weeks ago, I got no reason to lie. 3 weeks ago, I found a soda at the local bodega, Manhattan
It's small.
Special. Yes, I seen that one, but they had a vanilla cream soda one.
Okay.
And I got it. And my god, I got a bad sweet tooth. Honestly, I'm not even exaggerating. It was the best soda I've ever
Yeah.
had in my life, and every single day since then, I've been going around to different bodegas and grocery
to
stores.
find it.
I can't find it anywhere. And I found somebody on eBay selling like a case of them. And I'm going to risk whatever happens to me. I'm going to order that shit because that is the
was
best
nice
soda.
knowing you.
That is the best soda I've ever
Death
had.
by Fugazi Manhattan Special cream
Manhattan
soda.
Special. It's like, why is like the cap dented in on? I don't know. I'm going to try it.
I don't care, but it's delicious.
Is that like a New York thing? I mean, I'm assuming.
I haven't had one in years. I remember they were big as a kid, but like not something you take to third
That's
grade. Like I think you needed a bottle opener to actually
You
open
got, like, a
it.
bottle
I had
opener,
to
you
get
got
like one of the
Tupperware.
custodians to like take his keychain off to open up
got
my
actual
drink
like
and lunch.
fork and knife in there. That's
yeah,
crazy.
utensils. It was like
Oh man, that's but I mean honestly, that's cool. Like when that was like
I appreciate it now.
Now,
In hindsight, yeah. Back then,
when I
it
was there, I was like, oh
mortification.
man, this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
But speaking of soda, at the end of every podcast, we try some kind of a junk food. I know you're not a
it.
junk food person,
I'll do it.
I'll tell you, this is not going to compare to Manhattan Special, but Dr. Pepper does have a cream soda, and I figured we could try it. Hey, Mikey, can we get some cups?
I can probably take paint off a car, but I'm gonna have a sip. For
It
you.
will. It will.
It's naturally and artificially flavored. I like that they just put
It's
it on
and
there like it's
artificially
good.
flavored.
Like it's a good thing.
Yeah, you know what? I want natural and artificial flavor. Have some too. You want to try some?
Let's do shot.
So, should I read out? It says please recycle.
Okay, but I don't want to know the ingredients.
You don't want to know the ingredients? Oh, shit.
I don't want to know all the ingredients that are all over your socks and shoes right
Diet
now.
starts tomorrow. My bad.
That's a great clip. Clip it.
Sorry, I got some on your shirt.
Did you? It's all right. It's probably. Oh, it's okay. Just burnt a hole through my jeans. It's good.
like,
Can't wait to put this in my stomach.
Why have my shoes melted now? Oh, my bad.
It's all right. I only think you only got one jean.
Here, let me.
Mike gave me a bottle
I'll
of
give you.
water. Okay.
You're healthy, yo.
Let's smell it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
We gotta taste this like tasting wine. What flavor profile? What aromas are you getting here?
I'm getting cherry.
I got cherry. I don't smell cream soda. I don't know what cream soda is.
Cream soda. You never had a cream soda, like a cream soda with vanilla ice cream?
No.
Wait. You've never had
Cream
like a soda float? You never had a soda
Oh,
float?
a float. I've had
Where
that.
it's
Yeah,
cream soda with vanilla ice cream.
I've never had cream soda and vanilla ice cream. That sounds ridiculous.
It's delicious. People used
sounds
to do the
really
orange
good.
soda with vanilla ice cream
Yeah,
too,
or
like
root
a
beer.
creamsicle.
Texas, it was a root beer.
Yeah, but
I never
cream
cared
soda.
for that. That sounds pretty
All right.
good. Cheers. Thanks
Let's
for coming on the
do it.
podcast.
Thanks. I mean,
It's good.
it's good.
It's good.
It's good. I'm gonna because it's in my cup. I'm gonna drink it.
Dr. Pepper and Cream Soda is an official sponsor of Diet Starts.
Wow, we went big. This hasn't aired yet, and we got some big ass sponsors.
I lived near Dublin, which is in Texas. It's like
I was like, you were in Ireland?
I'm from Ireland, actually.
Yeah.
An hour north of Waco, around about there. They had this Dr. Pepper plant, and they had this Dublin Dr. Pepper, which it came in a green bottle. And honestly, Manhattan Special knocks it out of the water, but
Okay.
it was the best soda until I tried this Manhattan Special.
Manhattan
And it was like made out of cane sugar. That was the secret. It was like actually made out of sugar.
All the things that are terrible for you.
It's not naturally and
It's
artificially.
naturally. It was just all natural. Well, this was. Oh, sorry. It started already. Well, guys, it was nice knowing you. Don't go to my website. Shows are canceled. Well, I'm glad you had me on.
This was fun, yeah.
This was a lot of good
It was
food
worth
things
it.
here. It was worth it. This shot made it worth
The
it.
shot.
I'll be up for 6 days now from that little bit of.
It's like gasoline fluid. It's like lighter fluid. Where can people find you?
All my social media is at Tara Jokes, and my website's tarajokes.com because it's much easier than saying Cannistraci.
That's pretty good. I should do like Mahesh jokes
Yeah.
or something. Indian guy jokes.
Yeah, Indian jokes.
Indianjokes.com.
Manhattan cream special jokes.
Honestly, though, I gotta find that. Have you had a egg cream? That's like a big thing, right, in Manhattan?
A cream.
So what is that? It's like a soda with like egg.
It's like an old school soda place. I remember. I think it was Caldor's.
Okay.
Or there was a place that used to not maybe Caldor. It was like a place that used to have like it was like a.
It's like a
store
pharmacy, right?
That
like
that had like these round tables, and people would get soda creams. There was one in Yonkers, I think I remember, in Cross County. I don't know. I'm having a moment here, but okay.
I'll have to check that out. But yeah, thanks again for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
This was fun. I learned a lot.
You did learn a lot.
You want to quiz me on any words?
Yeah, I'd like you to tell me what the red sauce is called on the pasta.
You know, marinara. Marinara. Marinara?
Good.
Marinara?
You go like this? No, just marinara.
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 Good.
Okay.
Oh.
And I didn't want to say sauce or gravy.
Right.
I wanted to stay out of that.
Stay away from that debate.
I will stay out of that debate, but I learned a lot. Thanks again.
Ricotta.
I'm not going to try that one.
All right.
That's too. I'm on the 101 plan. That's advanced for me. Indian food. What's the mulligatawny?
Mulligatawny.
Okay. Chicken tikka masala.
Chicken tikka masala.
All right. Thanks, guys. Follow us. Follow Tara. Are you still doing the residency coming up this year?
Niagara Falls, January 23rd through the 25th, February 20th through the 22nd, and March 23rd to the 25th.
This will be out by then. So
great.
Go get some tickets and go to the steakhouse upstairs afterwards.
Yes.
All right. You want to shout out the chef? What's the chef's name?
Andy Di Pietro.
All right. Shout out Andy. Thank you.